During the national anthem, our civilian guests should place their right hand over their heart, and veterans may also render a military salute. At this time, we ask that you please turn off or silence all electronic devices for the duration of the ceremony. Thank you. Please continue to converse among yourselves. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the presiding officer, Colonel George Watkins, Commander 56th Operations Group, welcome to the 550th Fighter Squadron Change of Command Ceremony. I am Captain Kyle Jones, and I will serve as your narrator for today's event. Historically, the passing of a unit's flag was accomplished in front of the unit so all could see and witness the changing of leadership. This symbolic tradition has served throughout military history. The modern ceremony continues to announce to all the authority of the incoming commander in the finest of military traditions. Today, the reins of responsibility and leadership for the 550th Fighter Squadron will pass from Lt Col Alex Goldfein to Lt Col Paul Baker. Commander of Airmen is the Director of Operations, 56th Operations Group, Lt Col Daniel Parrish. The guide on bear is the 550th Fighter Squadron First Sergeant, Master Sergeant Justin LaFont. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of the colors, the singing of the national anthem, and the invocation. Post the colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so happy we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now for the invocation.
Good morning. If you're willing, pray with me. Our God and our Creator, you set all things in place and maintain all things, and we acknowledge your providence over our world. We give you thanks today for you choose leaders among us to stand for what is right and good and true. Each are called to lead the mission, to motivate us in our work, and to promote freedom in the world. As in times past, we celebrate integrity, courage, and sacrifice as necessary foundations of Air Force leadership, and expect the same as each hourglass turns. Therefore, we humbly ask your blessing upon Lt Col Alex Goldfein and Lt Col Paul Baker as they pass between them the guidon of command. As it passes, let your strengthening arm attend them both. Give to each thoroughness and thoughtfulness, fresh insights, and the ability to wisely utilize their seasoned experience to guarantee America's tomorrow. Let them be an integral component of a steady and ready defense. Give us the commitment to keep faith with those who, having run well, pass the race on to us in great expectation. And we ask you to bless our state and our great nation. And in your holy name we pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you, Honor Guard, Staff Sergeant Mark Hawthorne for that beautiful rendition of the National Anthem, and Chaplain Croker for your inspirational words. There are a number of individuals we'd like to recognize this morning, starting with the guests at the official party. Accompanying Lt Col Goldfein is his wife Colleen, daughters Addison and Sadie, and his son Hunter. Accompanying Lt Col Baker is his wife Angela Baker and sons Sawyer and Oliver. We would also like to extend a warm welcome to the outstanding leadership from across Kingsley Field in attendance today. The Wing Commander, 173rd Fighter Wing, Colonel Jeffrey Edwards. Chief Master Sergeant Patrick Burkhart, Command Chief, 173rd Fighter Wing. Finally, we'd like to welcome all of the group and squadron commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, honorary commanders, family members, squadron members, thunderbolts, and others who are unable to physically attend but are watching this ceremony today via live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of 56th Operation Group, Colonel George Watkins.
Thank you. Accelerate change or lose. For those of you families out there, you might not have heard that before. For us, that's what we're currently living in the United States Air Force. The Chief of Staff, the current Chief of Staff, General Brown, has given us this imperative and asked kind of what does that mean to us? And I'll talk about that in a second. Do we really think we could lose? Lose to who, you might ask? And why are we throwing down this gauntlet of accelerating change? And why now? Really, it's an ultimatum. It's kind of a dare, it's a challenge. And it's how do we make our Air Force better every day? And it's because we have adversaries like China and Russia catching up in technology, catching up in their economies, and potentially being able to surpass us in strength and national power and military. So the challenge for us as a military is to continue to grow and continue to accelerate that change. It's a challenge to our leaders, but it's also a challenge to every single airman, active duty, guard, reserve, civilian, contractor. And why do I bring that up now here today? It's because these guys have been living it, and they're the epitome of change. I know how challenging it can be working, supporting, and flying an older aircraft. We're flying some of the oldest Block 25s at Luke right now, and we're sending them to the boneyard pretty soon. It might seem daunting, or you might feel isolated out here in Oregon, out here on your own, but we have an amazing team. And I can assure you that this team here is going to be driving the change that we need in the Air Force. And it's not just going to be because of the new technology or the new aircraft, although the 15EX is going to be pretty sweet. Congratulations. But I'm proud of the team here because we're driving the change by thinking new. So we're driving new ways of doing things, new ways of doing business, new ways of accelerating our tactics, and new ways of using the technology that we currently have. And you guys do that here every day, you live it here every day. I'm really proud to be associated with the team that we have going on here, and with the unique squadron that we've been able to stand up and work hand in hand with our partners in the Guard. So welcome to everyone here today. It's really an honor for me to be here. Thank you for hosting. Thank you to the team here for hosting us, for hosting our squadron on active duty. I'm really proud to be part of the TFI team. You guys are really gracious hosts, and I don't, honestly, I don't make it up here as often as I would like to. I would love to come back and visit more often, but I know that I can trust the team that I have up here to do right by our TFI team and to continue to keep the mission going. Thanks for hosting us. Thank you to all the families who are here. Welcome to all the families, especially the military spouses, the military children, the family who've come in from out of town to witness change of command. Thank you for your son and for having him here today for serving us and serving the airmen of the 550th. Our Guard and active duty relationship here, I don't think could be better, and that's no small feat to the people that we have. To our airmen in the crowd, to our leadership team here, and to our leadership team in Klamath Falls. So once again, a heartfelt thank you for everything that you do for us. I really think it's a win-win situation here. And we benefit greatly by being part of your team, and I think we bring a lot to your team as well. And we really appreciate the cooperation and the teamwork that we get here. Leading that kind of team isn't easy, Gate. I know it's especially been a challenge for you, a unique challenge. Of course, you don't know any different, but looking around at different periods in our Air Force history, a couple of years ago, you took squadron commander, you're still a major. Actually, you haven't pinned on yet, so you're a lieutenant colonel select, which means you were still a major. And a few weeks later, we're entering into this realm of COVID-19, and what does all that mean? And so definitely not an easy time to lead a squadron, be here with the Guard unit, separated from a lot of active duty folks that you know, and leading a team of active duty, and leading it well, like I already said, to integrate with the team that we have here. So I'm really proud of you, and I'm really proud that I'm associated with you and with the team that we have here. But now navigating those challenges, like I said, already flying and fixing old aircraft, driving the imperative that we've been given by our chief to accelerate change, fighting wildfires, or not fighting them, but dealing with the wildfire challenge, the dangers, dealing with limited housing, limited medical services, and all this stuff. You've really gone above and beyond it to make sure that you're taking care of the airmen. And that's really the job as the leader, so thank you for doing that. You and Colleen have really crushed it out here, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work with you in the future. Also, of course, to the military kids, Addie and Sadie, and Hunter, thank you for making the sacrifices that you guys do. Moving around in the Air Force, you don't realize it now, what it means to make the sacrifices that you're making, but other kids in America who grow up in the same town their whole life don't have the same challenges that you have. Thank you for making those sacrifices, and you'll be more resilient for it. Hound Dog, welcome. It's an exciting time. I don't think we've had an exciting week militarily probably in 10, 15 years. So I talked about why are we accelerating change and why now, okay? Obviously the events in Ukraine are pretty disturbing, but they're not really a surprise. In America, we've had significant inflection points that have driven us to be more motivated and to grow our military and be stronger in national defense. Things like Pearl Harbor, 9/11, events in Vietnam. We haven't had one of those significant events for America since 9/11. You know, knock on wood. We've had no violent clashes. We've been fighting a long war in Afghanistan and in Iraq. And as we're drawing those to a close, we're reminded that our peers, our near peers, are growing stronger all the time, and they want to dominate the global order. And so the Communist Party in China has really been trying to play the weak hand, like they really need help, and at the same time stealing our technology and growing their military really strong. And so the events like we see in Ukraine, where people are challenging the world order that America and our NATO allies built after World War II, it's not really a surprise. But it's something that's kind of a wake-up call, right? And like I said, our chief has already given us the imperative, but we need to continue to strive and push ourselves to really get to that level of excellence that we need to be at and continue to drive change. And I know that Hound Dog is right out for the job. So Hound Dog, welcome. Welcome, Angela. Hearing some amazing stories about you and your career, so congratulations. Sawyer and Oliver, did I get that right? I met Oliver earlier. So welcome to the team here. And then let me see if I get this right. Lisa and Greg, Mom and Dad, thank you again. Thank you for your sacrifices and for encouraging your son and for allowing him to be here today. And then Marty and Shane and Jackie. Is that right? Thank you, everybody. Hi, welcome. We call this Fast Jet Friday. This is one of the most rewarding things I get to do as a commander. I've looked out on changes of commands a few times, and it's always amazing getting the perspective from up here on stage. Hound Dog was mentioning this is his first time on stage, so he gets to see what it looks like when you're looking out at a crowd of families and airmen and a beautiful jet, a beautiful hangar, and the big flag behind you. It's really an awesome time. So I'm really glad that you all are here to participate in that with us, and thank you for your service, and thank you for being here. Welcome to the best job in the Air Force, Hound Dog. It will be tough. It will be fun. At times it will be very challenging. At times it will be sad and tragic. You're now, instead of just being a fighter pilot, you're taking care of airmen. And airmen are awesome, airmen are resilient, airmen are strong, but airmen also have people problems. And that's where we need you to be a strong leader and to take command and lead this team with your vision and help us continue to accelerate change by taking care of our airmen and moving the mission forward. I know you'll pick up the torch right where Gate left off, take this squadron to those new levels. I'm really excited about a new platform. We say it's not all about the technology, but all fighter pilots are excited about the new technology. So we're really looking forward to that change in a few years. I have been inspired by what the 550th has accomplished. I think it's a really good program, really good setup. So like I said, driving change isn't always a new platform. So this relationship, this partnership that we have is fairly new, but I'm really excited about it. I think, I think it's going to continue, and it's going to continue to grow stronger. So welcome to being a part of that. I look forward to hearing more about what the 550th does in the future, even though I also will be moving on in a few months. Please keep in touch. Do good work, lead them well, and carry on the mission of the 550th. Good luck, Hound Dog. Thank you.
Attention orders. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, to all who shall see these, presents greeting. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Executive Order 16 January 1969, has awarded the Meritorious Service Medal To Lieutenant Colonel Alexander K. Goldfein for meritorious service, 26 June 2019 to 25 February 2022. His accomplishments: Lieutenant Colonel Alexander K. Goldfein distinguishes himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander, 550th Fighter Squadron, 56th Operations Group, 56th Fighter Wing, Kingsley Field, Oregon. During this period, Colonel Goldfein showcased outstanding performance by securing Secretary of the Air Force authorization to renew a critical financial quality of life initiative. His meticulous management and oversight of the assignment incentive pay extension procedures delivered over $6.9 million in compensation for 456 active duty and Air National Guard airmen assigned to the 173rd Fighter Wing. Additionally, Colonel Goldfein systematically modified his unit manning document to fortify host wing, state, and federal mission requirements. He precisely restructured force mixture allocations to obtain 180 days of medical group manning assistance and the permanent additions of a medical technician, air battle manager, and a Title V flight surgeon. Furthermore, Colonel Goldfein validated stabilized tours for 7 essential positions in support of the wing's transition to the F-15EX. His dedication provided improved mission continuity and converted 2 overmanned maintenance positions to others in high demand. Finally, Colonel Goldfein established Kingsley Field's first aerospace physiologist capability vital to the development of the Air Force's sole F-15C EX hypoxia training and aviation physiology education center. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Colonel Goldfein reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the Commander, 550th Fighter Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Goldfein.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Pretty cool event, and thanks for everybody for setting this all up. This hangar is awesome. I'm going to miss this thing and the giant wood rafters and the flag that we hang up here, and everybody did a terrific job, so truly appreciate it. It's been a real honor and privilege to be a part of this awesome organization and to get to command for the last couple of years. Thank you to the whole 173rd Fighter Wing team across the board. You guys have made this so easy with all of our airmen integrated into shops all across the wing and just making this thing work. So thank you for the support. We've been just, I don't know, it's just been awesome being able to work together. It's just fun. So making it easy, and we've truly enjoyed it. Thanks to the 56th Fighter Wing team as well. And Colonel Watkins, thank you so much for taking the time to come out and your trusted confidence in me as a leader and to run the 550th the last couple of years. For the airmen of the 550th, again, thank you so much for just being an awesome, innovative, excited, motivated group. You've made this job really easy as well, and it's been just terrific working with each and every one of you. Luckily, I'll be sticking around for a few more months, so definitely reach out before we head down to Florida, and if you ever need anything, always there for you. So please stay in touch with everyone. All right, big thank mainly goes to my family. Colleen, thank you so much for all of the help, the late night cookie drives, making homemade Christmas ornaments, opening our house up for everything, hats, shirts, you name it. Really appreciate everything about it. The command spouse job is no small joke, and you did an awesome job keeping it together and making it feel like a family. So thank you. And to the kiddos, good job, guys, for always being there and hanging out in the office and actually being excited to be there and drawing on my desk, Hound Dog's desk, with permanent marker from time to time, mainly just scattering Burger King everywhere while we were working on some project or another. But thank you guys for being a part of it and embracing it, wearing the hats, and just being excited about it. But I couldn't be happier to be handing over the squadron to Hound Dog. We've known each other forever, academy grads together, pilot training a few classes apart, first assignment instructor pilots in the T6 right across the hall, and then in Kadena together in the 67th, deployed together. We've been together a long time. Slight diversion at that point while Hound Dog stuck around, somewhat of a legend. I think founding member of the Okinawa Air National Guard, and 8 straight years in Japan. Just awesome. So good work. What you guys are gaining is an incredible leader with a depth of experience, both in this jet and just Air Force-wise. Couldn't be prouder to have you here, and it's going to be great. And to Angie and the kids, you guys are going to love it. Good luck. Enjoy the time you got here. I know you all love Oregon, so this is just going to be a great fit, all in all. But everything said, excited to have been a part of this. Kingsley Field's amazing. Excited about the future, the EX, everything this base has to offer and what the future is going to look like. So thanks again for letting me be a part of all of this. And Hound Dog, congrats, man. You got it.
Goldfein will now receive his final salute as the commander of the 550th Fighter Squadron. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we invite Colonel Watkins and Lieutenant Colonel Baker to join Lieutenant Colonel Goldfein at center stage, where Colonel Watkins will officiate the change of command ceremony, and command of the 550th Fighter Squadron will be formally passed from Lieutenant Colonel Goldfein to Lieutenant Colonel Baker. Publish the order. Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force Special Order G21043, under the provisions of AFI 51604, Colonel Alexander Goldfein relinquishes command of the 550th Fighter Squadron, 173rd Fighter Wing, Kingsley Field, Oregon. Effective 25 February 2022, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Baker assumes command of the 550th Fighter Squadron by direction of Colonel George Watkins, commander of 56th Operations Group, Luke Air Force Base, Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the commander of 550th Fighter Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Baker.
Wow, what an exciting time. Much like Alex, I got a lot of thank yous to hand out to everyone that's gotten here today. First of all, Colonel Edwards, Colonel and Mrs. Lambert, Colonel Watkins, obviously Colonel Nalapa, Chief Burkhardt, Chief Hayward, thanks for making the trip out. All of the group and squadron commanders, chiefs, senior enlisted leaders, families, friends, thanks for taking the time to come out and celebrate with us today. Special thanks to everyone involved, especially Sergeant Travis Smith and Captain Phantom McCoy. They're running around. They were the projos for the event, so all the work behind the scenes, getting everything together for this. They put in a lot of effort, as well as everybody that's involved. So thank you to everyone for making this special for me and my family. Colonel Watkins, thanks for working with Colonel Reed and Colonel Farrell and affording me this tremendous opportunity to command. Thank you for trusting in me. I'm deeply humbled by this opportunity, so I really appreciate your trust, and look forward to keeping in touch with you. And yeah, we just came from Tyndall, so you guys are going to have a blast on there. It's a good time. A little warmer than here, so you'll have to trade in the cold clothes for board shorts and flip-flops, but thank you. Gate and Colleen, you guys have been awesome friends over the time. Gate kind of talked about it. We've known each other for a long time. We've become good friends. I mean, we're deployed together in the desert back in 2012. But you guys poured your heart and soul into the 550th, and we can see that with all the stuff you guys done for everyone. You're great friends. You guys leave really big shoes to fill for Angela and I, but I think we're up to the challenge. Good luck definitely in Florida after your short stop through Luke Air Force Base. I have no doubt that you guys will do awesome in anything you do in the future and have a good time down there. So thanks for setting me up for success. You guys definitely have done that, and I know you put your heart into it, so thank you. My family, mostly who's watched this, my military career via some social media page, because I did spend a lot of time overseas, but make no mistake that I'm in this position today because you guys have raised me right with the morals and values to make me an awesome, or I like to feel an awesome human being. But thanks for making a trip out from Wisconsin and brother and sister-in-law down from Seattle last night driving through the passes. So I'm glad you made it here safe. But thanks for being here to celebrate with me, and thanks for everything. My experiences in life through you guys have got me here today. For my mentors, my friends, prior squadron commanders, DOs, the bros, the colleagues, the Eagle drivers, we did it. I achieved what still feels like just a dream to me. I am all here because of you guys. I wouldn't be here without the countless amount of people throughout my career that have put capital into me, teaching me things, invested in their time in me, and believed in me. From the young lieutenants that are graduating B course today, all the way to generals in the Air Force. I've learned something from each and one of you, and I'm in a debt of gratitude to everyone. But today's only day one, so we got to keep crushing, right? So thank you to all the bros out there. To my wife, Angela, my son Soren Oliver, holy cow, what an amazing journey over the years. We got to go to some cool places, see some cool things. In our first couple months here in Oregon has proven that this is going to be a hard assignment to beat. We love the area so far. We've got ourselves dove in head first to what Oregon has to offer, and we're excited to get more involved into the squadron aspect of things and just integrating smoothly. But obviously, you guys have always been by my side, supporting me through my entire military career, right? Long nights, early mornings, long TDYs, deployment here and there. Nothing that you guys really asked for, right? But yet you take each stride with grace, and you guys live life to the fullest no matter what we're doing or where we're at. Thank you. You guys are the rock of me, this family, and this extended family, everybody in the room. I couldn't do without you. I couldn't do without your support, and I love you all very deeply. To the men and women of the 550th, as well as the 173rd Fighter Wing, I'm deeply humbled and honored for this opportunity to work for you. I've been very fortunate in my career to be surrounded by amazing support professionals, fly with some of the best people on the face of this planet in the world's greatest air superiority fighter, maintained by some of the hardest working Americans like Sergeant Loper and Airman Young over there. I'm excited to serve with you in such a diverse squadron. It's kind of all of us mixed together, so I'm really excited for that, something new. And to serve with you guys in a squadron that's just rooted in, with lots of good, deep history. So we're gonna take the torch gate and hopefully move forward and keep progressing and make things better for not only us in the Air Force. So members of the 550th, thanks for everything you do day in and day out, and I look forward to working with you over the next couple years. You can tell by the endless amount of thank yous that we've had. It takes a village, right, to get people like me where I am today. It goes without saying, Colonel Watkins mentioned it, I don't know, today's climate in the military, right? We talked about strategic advantage or accelerate change or lose, but I believe that America's strategic advantage over everyone is its people, right? Americans. And I'm very humbled and honored to be given the charge to lead people and lead airmen like you talked about, because that's what our strategic advantage is over these enemies. So I've got big shoes to fill, but I'm up for the challenge. Thank you everyone for attending and making this this awesome occasion for the 550th. You know, my family and Kate's family, I really appreciate it.
Lieutenant Colonel Baker will now receive his first salute as the commander of the 550th Fighter Squadron. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the 173rd Fighter Wing Eagle next to the dedicated crew for the 550th, comprised of Staff Sergeant Justin Loper and Senior Airman Eleanor Young. This time, they will now complete the symbolic change of leadership with the unveiling of Lieutenant Colonel Baker's name. Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Baker. At this time, we ask that you please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and remain standing for the departure of the official party.